fíjate, estaba bien floja. Ahí se ve.
Galaxy 2 is on the air. Tonight, Galaxy 2 looking for their second straight victory as they host Tacoma Defiance. Hello again and welcome. Joe Totino and Christian Miles with you this evening. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms along our broadcast tonight. Galaxy 2 looking to stack a win on top of Wednesday night's 5-0 thrashing performance against Las Vegas Lights FC, turning out the lights. All goals coming in the second half for G2, Christian.
Very impressive display, Joe. The best performance of this season. First things first, let's get the business out of the way. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Celebrate the moms out there. And the Galaxy looking to celebrate after that big win. Confidence sky high. Now can they take the next professional mentality step and develop that consistency for Tacoma? An unknown quantity right now, a team that's affiliated with the Seattle Sounders organization. But I talked to their head coach, Wade Weber. They want to put their own stamp, play with their own identity, Joe. It'll be interesting to see how that's revealed over 90 minutes.
It is their first game here tonight as they take on Galaxy 2. Let's take a look at some of the stars here. First off, for the visitors.
Yeah, it will be Marlon Vargas, and he is to be the spearhead of a trident of attackers here. The 20-year-old from Bakersfield actually didn't find the mark last year, but a real exciting player that has a lot of movement. He can play anywhere up along the three up top. There's a lot of interchangeability in that three-pronged approach, but 20 years of age and indeed very good in space. He can play as the number 9 or as a withdrawn forward.
And for Galaxy 2, leading the way tonight for the Galaxy?
Well, there's going to be one change to the first 11, and it will be Axel Picasso, who came on as a sub against Las Vegas. He came in on the right-hand side. He'll drop into that number 10 role, and a little bit of a tweak here is Hernandez will go to the right side, but Picasso's been a breath of fresh air, immensely gifted from a technical perspective. He'll be a great support for Augie Williams up top.
We saw that in the second half Wednesday night. The players have made their way onto the pitch. The procession is almost done. They're lining up for the national anthem. And when we come back, we'll get you the first 11 and the kickoff of the Galaxy 2 home against Tacoma Defiant. Stay with us.
This is our home, nuestra casa. We've been here since I was born. And this is my family. It's a big family. Some of them get a little crazy. We like to get together and celebrate. And whether we're up or we're down, we never stop singing.
Hey fans, don't forget to thank a nurse this week.
Nurses are indispensable members of our Los Angeles community.
Shout out to the real heroes.
From the LA Galaxy, Happy Nurses Week.
My job as a striker is to score goals. I just try to do my part and let the rest play out.
Good ball here for Augustine Williams. He scores! Plays at top of the box. Williams scores! Flag stays down. Williams scores! Augustine Williams scores! And Galaxy 2 get on the board.
Great strength from the 23-year-old. His work ethic is translating into quality and success.
This is our home, nuestra casa. We've been here since I was born. And this is my family. It's a big family. Some of them get a little crazy. We like to get together and celebrate. And whether we're up or we're down, we never stop singing.
Dignity Health Sports Park is the site tonight. Galaxy 2 home to Tacoma Defiant. Defiant playing in their first game of the season. For Galaxy 2, this will be their third, coming off a big victory on Wednesday night. Let's take a look at the first 11. First time for the away side, Tacoma Defiant.
Tacoma Defiant's going to line up very similarly than what we will see here from LA Galaxy 2. Cleveland in goal. It'll be Ryan Sissoko, who's been very impressive training with the Seattle Sounders. In fact, hasn't even trained with Tacoma Defiance as of yet. Mueller will captain with Villanueva. Kitahara in that holding role. Marlon Vargas flanked, of course, by Juan Alvarez, the 16-year-old, possibly making his professional debut tonight, and of course, Azriel Gonzalez, the 19-year-old U.S. men's national team under 16.
Not many changes for Junior Gonzalez's Galaxy 2 here this evening.
No, Joe, just the one, and then we talked about it. Picasso coming in as Perez will go out, unavailable tonight, but the same back four with Lamb, Fercranis, and Vasquez, who really developed a good understanding in the center of that defense. Drac has made some good inroads up and down that touchline. Gonzalez, a very impressive holding midfielder, virtually a clone of Adam Saldana, and Augie Williams coming in, starting his second consecutive game. He'll be flanked by Koreniuk, who was on the score sheet 5 days ago, along with Jorge Hernandez, who had a superb free kick against Las Vegas.
Players break their huddle. We are ready to get underway. Wade Weber, the head coach.
And Junior Gonzalez, the 43-year-old, looking for victory number 17. Now in his second full season in charge, Joe. This should be a good one. Two very young teams.
Wade Weber heading up Tacoma Defiant. As you mentioned, Junior Gonzalez to our right. Tacoma Defiant will attack from left to right, and they'll have the ball to start this match. And we are underway. As it's knocked out the far side. Lamb could not get on the end of it. Gonzalez will clear this out of play. And our first throw-in of the early evening here.
Well, I talked to head coach Junior Gonzalez. He said it's really important for us to hit that diagonal, play quickly, keep the game in front of us, and really try and keep our organization on the front foot when we're going forward in attack and not be caught on those counters.
Finding Koreniuk and Hernandez, I imagine, in that diagonal out of the back.
You know, something they really found frequent joy with against Las Vegas after a tough outing against Sacramento. And Von Steeg, interesting, also getting the start again, as we don't see the previous #1, Eric Lopez.
Stephen Cleveland in goal. He'll collect, knock it out the far side. Lamb on the first ball, comes ahead to Gonzalez. Almost got stuck in there. For Kranis, able to clear it forward. Augustine Williams gets the start at forward once again. We saw him for 45 minutes against Las Vegas. We'll see how much time he gets this particular match. I imagine he'll get the over one half of play, as the senior side doesn't play until the 15th.
Well, it almost went against convention. When you think about LA scoring 5 goals, all 5 of those goals coming in the second half without Augie Williams on the field. You know he's chomping at the bit to open his goal-scoring account.
Jesus Vasquez, the Galaxy captain, back to Fercranis. This is dangerous, and the Galaxy get turned over. Back the other way. Here comes Vargas down the middle of the park. He goes left side. The fire on goal is saved by Von Steeg, and calmly brings it down.
Well, this is the professional mentality aspect that comes into this. It's too casual at the back. You cannot be that lackadaisical playing out of the back, especially with the pressure we're seeing here from Defiance. And Von Steeg bailing him out, denying that goal-scoring opportunity on that left-hand side from Azriel Gonzalez.
Augustine Williams is fouled. Free kick here. Koreniuk stands over. Josh Drac will call him off. And it comes back to Vasquez. This one ahead to Aguirre. He's involved in 2 of the goals Wednesday night. One turned out to be an own goal, but his effort is the reason why it happened. This will come out of play. Another throw-in.
Now, 6 of the 10 outfield players for Tacoma Defiance actually teenagers, so we're going to see more of a mirror reflection for this LA Galaxy 2 team in terms of youth and the inexperience of these players than we have in the previous 2 games.
They need to be challenged. They need to be able to grow, right? And I think it's a good decision by both the organizations in terms of the LA Galaxy, as well as the association that Seattle Sounders have with Tacoma, to have the younger players get this type of experience.
And great experience it is.
Here's Gonzalez up the left side, overlapping into the attack defensively, pushing forward. His on the wave of the cross into the box will be cleared out. Lamb ahead to Hernandez, back to Lamb. Here's Gonzalez. Tight quarters here for Galaxy 2 to break out. Back it goes to Fercranis. This building electrified yesterday. El Tráfico, the Angel City Derby, as I like to say. And LA Galaxy with a victory over LAFC 2-1.
Not a bad week for the organization after that big win over the LAFC affiliate in Las Vegas.
2 for 2, right?
I'll take it.
Here's Aguirre. No handball there, says our referee. Drac had a very good second half, I thought, against Las Vegas. Aguirre once again, this time dispossessed, back the other way quickly on the turnover. Reed Baker Whiting, I should say. He'll get it on back on that left side, tries to switch over towards the right, looking for Vargas. It'll come off his right foot. He's closed down quickly by Vasquez, and this one out of play for a corner kick. First corner of the evening. It'll go for Tacoma.
Yeah, good to see Vasquez not dive in there. First touch just letting Vargas down, but in the end winning the corner kick. And first touch here of this kind of mix zonal man marking system on this corner kick for Junior Gonzalez's LA Galaxy 2. Now they'll bring up Sissoko, the number 92, as one of the chief threats alongside Taylor Mueller.
Difficult for many players. If that ball went into the sun, it comes back to Villanueva. A little heavy on that first touch. Back out the outside. It comes to the near side now. Pass ahead intended for Picasso, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. Off the heels there. Here's Vargas. Good job by Drac. Out to Aguirre. And G2 will build out of the back once again for Kranis.
Really like the understanding between Aguirre and Adrian Gonzalez in the center of the Galaxy 2 midfield. They had that great understanding, one really sitting back mostly, and that was Adrian Gonzalez, and then Aguirre playing that number 8, who I thought had one of the man-of-the-match performances 5 nights ago.
Here's Vasquez now as the Galaxy move it through midfield. Gonzalez will check back. Again, Vasquez. He's got Drac on the left side if he wants him for Kranis. They'll recycle once again. This needs to go quickly to Lamb. If they decide to go right, no, they'll recycle one more time to the near side. Vasquez ahead to Drac. He'll push it forward to Koreniak. Good ball here for Aguirre. Closed off and cleared out of play by Kitahara.
Very good defending as well, but that's good patterns of play established early on here from Los Dos. Drac making that move, and Aguirre peeling off on that first touch from Koreniak, but well closed down by the right fullback.
Come on back for Kranis one more time. Inside 7 minutes of action here. Lamb for Kranis. Switches on over. He'll find Koreniak. Drac will make the run into the corner. Koreniak will cut inside. Top of the area it goes. Augustine Williams lets it go through to Hernandez, and it goes out of play. It might have been Picasso who was making that run on in, and it was. Goal kicked.
Just off his feet, but the ideas are there, just trying to tighten the screws. Picasso flourishing in that role just behind Augie Williams, and Junior Gonzalez really was pleased with his substitute performance enough that he brought him into the first 11 in the setup. And Jorge Hernandez, who I thought had a very good performance, whether he was starting the game just underneath Augie Williams, now a chance to come out on that right-hand side and kind of play that inverted winger and utilize that sweet left foot.
So come back into the Galaxy defense. Vom Steeg calls off his defenders. He'll collect. He also had a very good game the other day.
Wasn't too busy, but when he was called into action, he made every decision correctly, knew when to come, when to step. Good command of his area.
Koreniak taking on his defender here, and he'll go to ground. He'll get the foul. Foul called against Ryan.
Koreniak riding the challenge from the 20-year-old Tacoma defender here. Just drops that shoulder, heads to the inside. Ryan not giving an inch, but just raising that right arm enough. The referee had a great look at it. This is where it will sit up for Jorge Hernandez. And we saw what he did from a dead ball a few nights ago.
22 yards from goal, up and over the wall and in. Takes a little talent to do that. More than a little, I should say. Here's Hernandez. He'll lift into the air. He goes top of the box, chested down and cleared away.
Now he'll want to have that delivery back. Not his finest moment.
Kind of topped it a bit. Drac back to his keeper. Here's Vom Stieg. We are early moments here, inside 9 minutes of play. Galaxy 2 home against Tacoma Defiant in their first game of the season. Alongside Christian Miles, Joe Totino. Thank you for joining us here this evening. As the sun begins to make its way towards setting. Drac. He's got Koreniuk to his left. Augustine Williams also. Drac will take up the space. Squares it in. Looking for Picasso. Kept alive. It comes to Hernandez. Needs a little help on the overlap here. Lamb recognizing the situation. He'll get forward. Watched by Villanueva. Hernandez trying to work his way in towards that end line. Puts it back onto his left foot. 2 defenders on him now. Nice job getting on through. Side of the 6 now. He'll have a go towards goal. Deflected and out of play. Corner kick here for Galaxy 2. Almost did it all by himself. Good and bad there.
If we were on the training ground, what you would have heard after that move, a lot of woo-hoo-hoo, sweet nutmeg from Jorge Hernandez, slipping it right between the defender's leg as he was closed down by 2 defenders. Kind of get a glimpse of the immense technical ability of the youngster.
Here's Hernandez on his left foot. It'll bend in towards goal. Top of the 6 it goes. Out comes the keeper. Cleveland able to punch it away. Gonzalez back into the penalty area. Vasquez is onside. Ball will come near side and cleared towards midfield. Mueller able to clear it out.
Been a good start here from LA Galaxy 2. Having the better of the chances. Playing more so in that Tacoma half than their own, which is always a positive sign.
Here's Drac. Back out it goes. Vasquez. For Kranis. Galaxy not willing to take up the space at this point. Wanting to draw Tacoma out. The long ball ahead looking for Koreniuk. This will be deflected and offside against the Galaxy. Koreniuk, man that's widest, should know where the line is, right?
It's really interesting. This is something we didn't see a lot of in the 2020 truncated campaign when LA Galaxy 2 didn't want to go direct and play that long ball over the top, and it's nice to see that vary the approach instead of that short passing game in the middle zone, or what Junior Gonzalez calls zone 2. Able to bypass the midfield and put that Tacoma Defiance defense on their heels.
Vasquez gets this one up in the air. Here's Koreniuk able to settle. He'll get away from one defender, trying to find some space. Good ball ahead here. Picasso able to find Augustine Williams. Unfortunately bounced away. Our referee stops the action for a moment.
He's having a word with his referee crew.
No. We'll continue. It'll be a throw-in. Galaxy is excited to welcome fans back to Dignity Health Sports Park for the 2021 Major League Soccer season. Be here May 15th as the LA Galaxy play host to Austin FC for the first time. Visit LAGalaxy.com to learn how you can join the action right here at Dignity Health Sports Park from the stands. And the limited capacity crowd here was electric.
It was about 7,000.
Yep.
Just a wonderful moment. That's a crunching tackle.
It's our first yellow card of the evening. Gonzalez will pick it up. Look at it again.
That's a real dangerous tackle. And Gonzalez, he came in high, and that's dangerous and reckless, and no qualms with a yellow card doled out on that.
Here's Ryan. Lofts into the Galaxy defense for Kranis. Out to Gonzalez. Heavy touch there. Able to get to the second ball. So come into Villanueva. He'll knock back to his defender.
They've had problems keeping those consistent spells of possession.
Vargas. Villanueva. And Tacoma will have possession here as they slow it a bit.
And this is where they could use a good spell, John. They've been overwhelmed in the last 7 to 10 minutes or so from LA. Just trying to get a foothold in midfield, establish some calm. Remember, this is their first game of 2021, so I'm sure a lot of nervous butterflies.
Good ball here from Ryan. Up to the left side it goes. Pushing forward, Gonzalez this time. Axel Gonzalez on his right foot has a go at goal across the 6 and out of play. Goal kick.
Disappointing in the end, but progress and better in that middle third. Azriel Gonzalez will wish he had that one back as he was just trying to pick out that top corner. Perhaps a little too overzealous from the 19-year-old from Las Vegas. Plenty of power, but lacking in accuracy. Had a couple of goals in the 2020 USL Championship season. It's a team that really needs to establish a presence on the road. And each, of course, of the last 3 seasons, they've only won once on their travels. And Wade Weber told me that was one of the points that he's really stressed. They need to develop that mental toughness and really concentration away from home.
Well, there's a lot of things they'll be looking at for their first game, right? And they start away from home on their first game. There's certainly butterflies and everything else that go along with it before they settle down and settle into the match. And we are a quarter hour in, and they haven't conceded. I'm sure that's one of the things you look at and say, okay, first quarter hour, let's be tight defensively, do not concede a goal, and then we can open up a bit. And that is a common discussion. Here's Ryan. Able to play this one back defensively. Mueller back to his keeper. Cleveland out the far side it goes. Kisoko is there. Back in towards midfield. Baker Whiting in towards center. Vargas. It's a good build-up by Tacoma. Nice job by Picasso getting back. Checking all the way back to help out.
Well won ball from Picasso, dropping back and doing some of the dirty work. He can play as that number 10, but also drop into that 8 role as well.
Vom Steeg fortunate. That ball went to Aguirre. It was mishit. You'll find Drac. Aguirre does. Take up the wing. Koreniak misunderstood that one. And back the other way. Tacoma on possession. Ryan pushing forward past the stripe. He's by himself. He splits the defenders here. Does a good job. In towards center. Vargas lays it off. Baker Whiting on the left side. Gonzalez, Azriel Gonzalez. Back to Vargas. Villanueva this time. He won't be afraid to get forward. Has it now on the left side. Villanueva does. Watch there by Gonzalez and Lamb. Trying to turn the corner on Lamb. Good battle here along the end line, and Lamb will come out with possession. Into Augustine Williams now, trying to shake that center back. It'll be a throw-in. I think Williams was looking over to the far side linesman, asking for the foul. Nothing there.
Really impressive recovery on the right-hand side from the fullback, Owen Lamb. Looked as though he was beaten for pace, but kept his feet, stood up the defender, didn't dive in, was able to win it right off the byline and spring it forward for Augie Williams. Got a fascinating individual matchup too as well, Joe, because big Abdoulaye Sissoko, the number 92 in gray, up against Augie Williams, one of the better hold-up players in USL.
Aguirre gets the foul here and a free kick. Fortunate there, our referee blew the whistle because he easily could have gone the other way. As we take a look at the replay here on the foul. Good call.
Good shift it back there from Obed Vargas. Kind of a co-number 8 system that they're playing with Obed Vargas and Baker Whiting a little more advanced in front of Kitahara.
Here's Gonzalez. Vasquez once again. Watch there by one defender. Long ball left side looking for Koreniak. Out comes the keeper as well. He's going to have to play it with his feet. Near side it comes. Ryan tries to play it forward right to Augustine Williams. Williams the chip the keeper to the far side. Saved by Cleveland and no rebound. He did well getting to his left. He knew he was in no man's land there and had to recover in a big way.
And it all started with that great diagonal ball out of the back from Vasquez. And that was one of the points that was emphasized. And one of the missions for Los Dos today, hit those diagonals, keep it in front. They play it out, and Koreniak has stood up, but it's pulled the defense out of position, forcing the keeper outside the area and able to retreat. And that's why Williams tries to pick out that bottom corner on that far post. But it forces that defense on its heels, and it forces that back four and the keeper to make a decision. And pulls out their shape just slightly.
Throw in here for Tacoma. Vargas, Villanueva, Baker Whiting able to play this one forward, but it'll come loose, and Galaxy comes out with possession. G2 over to the near side. It comes to Drac. Under pressure quickly. Back to Vasquez. He's going to have to go to the near side touch. Closed off well by Juan Alvarez. Two good defensive plays on his part, forcing the Galaxy to take the throw-in.
They're very high on this kid, just 16 years old. Spent the preseason and most of the early parts of the MLS campaign training with Brian Schmetzer and the Sounders, as have a few of these players like Abdoulaye Sissoko.
Here's Hernandez, able to step through a tackle, but then held up once again by Villanueva, and that's a free kick for Galaxy 2 here at the stripe. A little more speed of play. If they pick it up, Galaxy 2 might be able to create a chance or two more than they've had so far.
It was a good spell from LA Galaxy 2, but I like the way that Tacoma has settled into this. He reestablished a foothold in midfield, had some longer spells of possession and stringing some good positive moves forward.
Sissoko goes down. He wants the foul. He's not going to get it. Quickly the throw in. Koreniak. He'll take it to the byline and clear it off and out of play. Touched last by the Galaxy, according to our referee. And a goal kick here.
It's not what you want from a defender who was beaten goal side by Kai Koreniak, but what a recovery it was from Issa Ryan. Able to stick a foot in and actually win the corner.
Kitahara able to play it out the near side. It comes over to Alvarez. Turning the corner here on Koreniak in towards center. Alvarez again linking it up with Baker Whiting. Onto the left side it goes. Gonzalez pushing forward, working on Lamb. Onto his right foot, back out it goes once again. Baker Whiting into Gonzalez, crosses into the 6, and out of play off of Ferkranis. It hit the back post. Outside the goal, corner kick.
Well, hearts of flutter because you and I looked at each other like, oh no, was that the dreaded auto goal? No, it wasn't the case, but for Kranis, leaving it a bit precarious. The Galaxy a little unorganized back there, disorganized.
The blue netting with the blue background makes it a little bit difficult. As you see it on the replay, it was wide by a yard. Here's the cross, nice job again on the part of Vom Steeg. Plucking that out of the air inside a 6-yard box.
It's funny the conversations I remember you and I having in that Las Vegas game. Could we see a goalkeeper controversy, so to speak? And did Vom Steeg win the #1 ahead of that game? And Junior Gonzalez is saying, you know, Lopez is probably going to be my out-and-out #1 for the rest of the season, but the performances of Vom Steeg may have really caused him to give more thinking to that position. And good to see Vom Steeg rewarded for that performance with another 90 minutes perhaps today.
Well, I think the Galaxy 2 would be just fine with a goalkeeper rotation. They're both young. They're both showing promise. Possession LA here as it comes into Augustine Williams. He tried to touch it back. Didn't get enough of it. For Hernandez, and it's cleared back out the other way. Here comes Gonzalez once again, trailing as Vargas on the play down the middle of the park. Alvarez towards the near side. He's closed off, and that's a little over-touching on his part. At some point, you got to get that ball off your foot. Baker Whiting this time. Villanueva. And well done defensively when they see that situation. They closed them off and took the possession back.
And the last 3 times Gonzalez has broken free on that left-hand side, he's made the same exact decision, preferring that right foot and trying to cut inside and hit that inside channel. And the defense is becoming savvy to it. Needs to change it up, perhaps make that run to the byline, pull it, drag it back, lay it off for that late arriving midfielder or just in front of goal for the #9.
Here's Lamb able to play this one forward. He'll find Hernandez quickly. Tacoma closing down on the ball, and the Galaxy will get the throw-in out of this. They're defending well. They're defending well in the forward position. They're defending well in midfield, and defensively they've held up Tacoma to this point.
Good piece of skill there from Owen Lamb to wriggle himself out of a tight, slightly precarious situation using both feet under pressure.
So come out the right side. Here's Hernandez trying to notch it on in. Villanueva wise to that. Throw it.
And another long diagonal from the feet of Vasquez, who's just spraying it around.
Here's Vasquez one more time. You'll find for Kranis. Koreniak wide open on the left. For Kranis, decides to play it ahead. And cleared out. Down the middle of the park they go. Vargas back into the Galaxy defense this time. Baumstieg off his line out to the right side. Again Lamb, this time up the wing. Hernandez trying to run onto it. It'll come back to the goalkeeper Cleveland, who'll collect. 0-0 in this contest at the moment. Inside 25 minutes of play, the USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ plus community. Through the Forever Proud project, the USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forward-forever-proud.
They're content to absorb this pressure and let LA play out of their own half before they pick them up.
A lot of space here for Vasquez, though, but he's got nowhere to go. He has to go back. For Kranis now, he's going to be closed down. Out to the right side, Hernandez. That overlapping run is not there right now. The Galaxy, in my opinion, Christian, a little too stationary.
They're making space a limited commodity as well, Tacoma. They've adapted well.
So make its way out to Koreniak. Good inside out run here from Drac. He has it. Gets that cross away. It'll go backside. Kept alive by Hernandez, or did he? No, out of play over the end line and a goal kick.
You hit the nail on the head there, Joe. Great inside out run. I've seen that from Drac throughout the first couple of games. Makes that inside channel run as Koreniak just kind of pulls the defense a little wide. It stretches it and leaving that space on the inside channel for Drac. And he'll run that all day long as an amazing engine. One of those converted wingers now playing in that new role as fullback. Likewise, the same situation on the right-hand side with Owen Lamb.
Here's Sissoko trying to clear to the far side. Baker Whiting does well to keep it in play. And back out the middle of the park come Vargas, Obed Vargas this time. And Tacoma Defiant. Kitahara, Ryan, Alvarez. Closed there by Drac. It'll be a throw-in. As the game matures, the visitors are feeling more and more comfortable, more and more confident.
Well, you're right, and they have settled in, and the nerves have subsided a little bit. They're letting their football do the talking right now as see Aguirre dive in. Unless it's Alvarez getting goal side of him. Alvarez has really been a live wire on this right-hand side. Didn't know much about this kid. You can see how he's tricky. He's got the guile, slips around, rides the challenge, and really no argument from anybody. Is Aguirre right in front of his head coach, Junior Gonzalez, diving in to make that challenge and now giving up that free kick.
I think Aguirre is very lucky. Tackle from behind. Lucky he's not picking up a card there. Villanueva standing over this one. Gonzalez as well. Two-man wall set up for Galaxy 2.
So they brought Sissoko as well as Mueller, the two center backs, forward on this.
Villanueva plays it in towards the spot, redirected towards the goal, saved by Baumstieg.
That wasn't that clever, and I would have staked my money that it would have been off the right foot and curled over back to the top, to the edge of the penalty area. But Mueller, good recognition as well, just got a foot to it and tried to pass it right past Baumstieg, who held his line really well. Good reactions from the LA goalkeeper.
Here's Vasquez. He's got help from Drac. Now he played himself into a bad situation, but he did find Drac. Now Koreniak. Watched by three defenders trying to make his way through. Drac will pick up the loose ball. Back out Aguirre. All the way back to the stripe, and they'll recycle for Kranis. Ahead this time to Hernandez. Marcus one more time, this time to the right side. Picasso. Watched there by Villanueva. Good run by Lamb. Back in Hernandez now, inside 25 yards. Can he get a shot towards goal? Trying to find some room. Koreniuk on the left side, back to his right. Gets that shot, and it's blocked and out of play. Galaxy get a corner kick out of it.
And it's slightly overplayed at the edge of the area from Hernandez, but it comes out sweetly here for Koreniuk, who drops that shoulder and once again reverts to that inside jink move and tries to put it on that right foot. Last-ditch emergency defending from Tacoma. And once again, similar to what we see out of LA Galaxy 2, a mix of that zonal and man-marking system here in the corner with 3 defenders inside the 6.
Hernandez on the left-footed ball, played in towards the spot, back it goes. Koreniuk finds the first one. Can he get on to the end of it? No, he cannot, and it's cleared by Mueller, the length of the field. Baumsteeg will run it down, far corner of his own defense. Able to play it ahead. Here's Lamb. Gonzalez. In for Kranis now as they rebuild. Again, Vasquez. Out the near side for Drac. Able to one-time it forward. He'll find Augustine Williams. Haven't been able to unleash Augustine yet. It should be a handball. Our referee allows it to continue. Hernandez. Drac once more.
They haven't had much room to operate, these Tacoma fullbacks. A slight tweak here from LA as they've put Hernandez central and Picasso out wide on the right-hand side.
He battles with Villanueva. Able to win this one. Villanueva is, although Picasso recovers well and just gives up the throw-in deep in the Tacoma area.
Multi-dimensional is Picasso. You know, we know we're going to get out of him. He's really impressed with his technical ability. I like the way he's defended from the front. He closes down, tries to win it immediately when possession is lost, and really makes it uncomfortable for defenders to distribute after they've won it.
Well, it's the effort you need from a winger.
It's kind of the prototype for the modern day game as well. Close down in high areas and win it back.
Lamb with the cross in for Williams. Just a half a step away, and he's cleared off his foot and out of play for a throw-in. Mueller did well there as well. Throw-in, Drac will take it. Inside 32 minutes of play, we're 0-0 here. Evenly matched game so far. I think Galaxy 2 looking a little sluggish in comparison to what they did Wednesday night. Although it was a slow start on Wednesday as well. It's 0-0 at halftime, and then they came out guns a-blazing in the second half.
And that game was very open. Good quality chances in that first 45 for LA Galaxy. Just couldn't quite capitalize, bringing Augie Williams off at halftime and substituting Preston Judd on, who ended up getting one late in the game.
Here's an opportunity for Williams if he can get on the end of it. Mueller did well. It'll be a throw-in.
It's been tough going here for Augie Williams. He hasn't had much of a sniff, and then he has to deal with these big, strong boys like Mueller, as well as Sissoko closing him down. A 1v2 situation, and he's going to need really more cohesion from his midfield to play a little bit closer, and I think that's why Hernandez might be drifting into more of a central role. See if he can find an understanding with the big Los Dos striker.
For Kranis. Yeah, one thing Tacoma is doing is making Galaxy 2 think when they're on the ball, where they expect players to be able to at least receive a pass. It's taken away from them, forcing them to restart once again.
They have the space with Tacoma playing with that 3 in the middle. There's room to operate, especially we've seen a lot down here from Koreniuk and Drac combining. It seems a good fullback play from Issa Ryan, the young 20-year-old.
But it's taking too long to get over. It's instead of having it happen in 2 passes, it's taking 3 to 4 passes. And in that time, that space is taken up.
Well, you want to see them play because that's one thing that really stood out in that game 5 nights ago.
Yes.
The quick tempo in which this game was played. It was quick, it was crisp. They played with a little bit more pace and a real high level of energy.
Here's Sissoko able to play it forward. He'll get return service. Galaxy 2 set up defensively, taking away those passing lanes as well. Ryan He'll go forward. Drac did well to get in front of Alvarez. Koreniak to keep this one alive. In towards center. Good ball out the right side from Hernandez. He finds Picasso. This looks better. Picasso trying to turn the corner on the wide body. That is Sissoko. Gets the cross away. But it's cleared out. Sissoko, if you get that close to him, you're liable. You're not going to win very many battles.
You know, it was a kind of a moment of indecision because I saw Williams and he didn't know whether to make that run to the near or the far. And if he had made that run to the near, he would have been there for the layoff and could have tapped one in, perhaps Chicharito style. And it all comes together. You know, trying to work out the early season kinks is all part of the process.
Here's Koreniak. Easy for the keeper. And Cleveland will bring it down. Hey, since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official soccer ball and soccer supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. 35 minutes in, we're 0-0 on this one. It's a good run here down the middle of the park. Aguirre did well until he ran into Mueller. He gets the foul against Mueller. And a referee showing a yellow card here on this play.
Well, he's the experienced player back there. Mueller now 32 and just dives right in. Did stop the ball, and that's exactly what you want him to do. He's a no-nonsense defender, well known throughout his years playing for about 8 or 9 seasons with Charleston Battery before making his way up. And I can tell you what, he's somewhat of a mountain back there, because when those two come together, there's only going to be one loser in that situation. But they have won their free kick here. This is not, how we say, out of the realm of possibility for a player like Jorge Hernandez, who really showed off a beauty against Las Vegas. This one probably about 25 yards out.
3-man wall set up for Tacoma. Fourth one comes in now. Picasso on the right. Here's Hernandez, fights it towards the back post, but too much for Vasquez and out of play. Goal kick.
A little disappointing. Asking a bit too much of the big LA Galaxy 2 captain, Jesus Vasquez.
Needs to be a little bit more on the line and a little bit deeper towards goal so they can crash the net.
And just didn't quite have the trajectory. It's more floated up there than anything. Just drifted out.
Koreniak keeps this alive for Galaxy 2. Against that end line, runs it out of play. It's going to be a throw-in.
Tough to say. I thought that it stayed in. Easy to play Monday morning quarterback from our position up at the booth, that's for sure.
Hernandez will get the foul, free kick. There's a yellow card for delay.
Now just he mistakes the folly of youth.
Vargas will pick this one up. Obed Vargas gets the yellow card.
So 2 in the space of 2 or 3 minutes or so.
Hey, Marlon, shoot to it.
It's been a better spell here in the last 3 or 4 minutes from LA Galaxy 2.
I agree.
I'm just trying to ask the questions that Tacoma goalkeeper. They haven't put too much pressure on him and forced him into much action.
Here's Aguirre. Gonzalez will have to run this one down as well to get it to Marcus Ferkranis. Out to the right side now. Here's Lamb. He'll get return service. Took his eye off the ball, but ahead it goes to Hernandez. Back out Gonzalez. Vasquez once again. Need to be willing to take somebody on and break the lines here, Christian.
It's so narrow for Tacoma, and there's space out wide here. There's Drac and acres of room. Picasso on the right. They've choked off that supply line. And a credit to this Tacoma defense. It's been well organized, you have to say.
Mueller. Kirahara under some pressure. He's going to lose possession, but he'll get the foul. And a free kick here, quickly taken by Tacoma. That'll be whistled down. And we'll do it again.
And
I wonder if Vasquez is going to get a talking to.
And the competitive juices are flowing. You can see it. Another look. Aguirre just diving in late on Kitahara. Did well against two Galaxy defenders in that situation.
Offside called here. Possession back to Galaxy 2. And we continue. Here's Gonzalez now. 39th minute. Out the near side for Koreniuk. He'll get return service. He can't settle. Won't get the foul either. Need to continue the play. Referee's not going to help you out. It'll come out defensively. Ryan. Vargas. Back to Ryan. Vasquez will collect this one now. Here's for Kranis, being closed down quickly. We'll have to identify that, able to play this one forward. Unfortunately, right to the defender. Sissoko goes ahead to Baker Whiting. Out the left side. Asriel Gonzalez on his right foot. Lays it off. Nice job stepping in here by Aguirre. Here's the opportunity for the turnover quickly for Galaxy 2. If they recognize it, Koreniuk waiting for somebody to make that run, able to play it out the right side though for Picasso. Lamb overlapping, Picasso taking up the space. Here's Lamb, the one-time cross, comes right in. Mueller can't find it, cleared away by Vargas.
And what a run. That was a
good build-up.
Long buster from Owen Lamb, and didn't he deliver a good service? Just didn't have a target to hit at that near post, but very good play from the LA Galaxy 2 right fullback.
Rayon, 41st minute. And you're right, Christian. I think the Galaxy 2 have responded and have put Tacoma under some pressure here. Their breakouts have been few and far between since that 15 to 22 minute mark, so to speak, where they were starting to look pretty good.
Well, they've won the middle third battle here for the last 5 to 10 minutes, but it's in that attacking third where they just haven't had the quality. Credit to that back four and the keeper Cleveland, who kind of closed down the situation.
Here's Vargas. He'll play it forward. Kitahara pushing forward here, closed down by Drac.
Good play from Drac. Tireless engine. So impressed with this kid. Able to get up and down. And you know, it's not just in the first half. We saw him making those bombing runs late into the game.
Koreniuk fortunate to get that ball. That was a heavy first touch. He'll get it back, and it comes back to Vasquez. Augustine Williams, his touch back to Koreniuk. He can't find it, unfortunately. That should have been better on the part of Williams. Drac will get the foul here as he's held up by Alvarez, and a free kick. Here's Gonzalez. Out the right side, Lamb. Williams making the run down the middle of the park. He gets the service. Could not send it forward. That ball, if it could get a yard or two ahead of Williams, he's in on goal by himself.
That first touch just let him down. That was on a dime once again from Owen Lamb. He'll put another fine service in.
Villanueva. Galaxy will get it back. Here's Picasso once again. He's got the space. Take up that space. Gets the early cross now. Top of the box for Williams. It'll come on near side. Koreniuk does well. Gets on the end of this one. The cross. Cleared out of play for a throw-in.
It wasn't the best of balls from Picasso, but great recognition here on this near side. Koreniuk picks it up in stride. He does exactly what he's supposed to do, but squares it right to the feet of that Tacoma defender.
Here's Gonzalez. You'll find Drac. Back out it goes to Vasquez. Again, Drac. Lifting, looking for Williams. He'll get on the second ball. Augustine Williams will. Back out for Gonzalez. Kept alive here by Aguirre. Good job there. Turning away from the tackle. In for Koreniuk and a little bit too far. Here's Hernandez now into the box. Koreniuk right on goal, and Cleveland makes the save. Both had an opportunity, Williams and Koreniuk, and Kai took the shot.
Yeah, Kai was calling for it, and after that was fired, Augie Williams just cringing, saying, I could have had it as well, but that's much better from LA, and that's something we haven't seen throughout most of this first half. That conduit from that central midfield area all the way up to the front two. They've been a little bit more direct here in the past few minutes as well, LA, and it's translated to more pressure applied to that Tacoma defense.
Here's Sissoko. Able to play it far side. Not many passing lanes available, so the adjustments made in the run of play here from Junior Gonzalez and his club have paid off to this point. Baker Whiting was making that late run. Out comes the goalkeeper, Vom Steeg, able to clear it forward. Villanueva will break this one up. It'll be a throw-in for Galaxy 2. We're told about a minute of added time here before the break. For Kranis, Vasquez. Galaxy captain will take up the space. Now he needs to find the outlet. Drac. Cleared away. Galaxy just taking too much time making those decisions, unfortunately.
That was a heavy touch from Drac, and when he makes that run and bombs forward and makes that touch heavy, he leaves that big gap at the back. A good first-time ball played out, and LA are pinned in.
It just seems to me they're so afraid of being caught offside that they don't make the run on time, and therefore they get pinned up against the touchline. And it's easy to defend against when you have the touchline helping you out. Here's a ball intended for Augustine Williams. He'll have it side of the area. Watch there by Mueller. He's got Koreniuk trailing. It comes back out here for Aguirre, and unfortunately will go out of play for a goal kick.
It's good hold-up play from Augie Williams, waiting for the support, the late run. And time from Danny Aguirre, the UC Riverside product. Good defending, though, and the defense doing just enough to hinder his progress, but it's been better. They're actively trying to get Williams a little bit more involved with these direct balls forward and trying to time that run, but let's make no bones about it here. When they've got that duo back there with Mueller, who's got all that experience, as well as Sissoko, this is an entirely different animal than the team that just flat out steamrolled Las Vegas on Wednesday night.
Free goal kick to midfield here, right in front of halftime. Maybe one more rush for Tacoma. Alvarez along the near side. Kitahara, our referee, puts up his right hand. He'll point to midfield, and that is 45 minutes here at Dignity Health Sports Park. Found its rhythm just a bit about the 35-minute mark. Galaxy 2 not able to test the goalkeeper Cleveland at this moment, but also Vom Steeg, rather quiet for him and his goal.
Well, you had to say, goalless here in halftime. On the balance, a reflective of the nature of play. Some good defensive moments from Tacoma. Galaxy having some finer moments in the midfield, but trying to translate it into clear-cut chances has been somewhat baffling to them. Plenty for both teams to look forward to and to work on here during halftime.
Junior Gonzalez has some adjusting to do for his club to have a better start in the second half, but right now it is 0-0 after 45 minutes. Halftime is coming up next. Stay with us.
This is our home, nuestra casa. We've been here since I was born. And this is my family. It's a big family. Some of them get a little crazy. We like to get together and celebrate. And whether we're up or we're down, we never stop singing.
My job as a striker is to score goals. I just try to do my part and let the rest play out.
Good ball here for Augustine Williams. He scores! Plays at top of the box. Williams scores! Flag stays down. Williams scores! Augustine Williams scores! And Galaxy 2 get on the board.
Great strength from the 23-year-old. His work ethic is translating into quality and success.
Hey fans, don't forget to thank a nurse this week.
Nurses are indispensable members of our Los Angeles community.
Shout out to the real heroes.
From the LA Galaxy, Happy Nurses Week.
This is our home, nuestra casa. We've been here since I was born. And this is my family. It's a big family. Some of them get a little crazy. We like to get together and celebrate. And whether we're up or we're down, we never stop singing.
Top of the area. Will chip it with the right and in. Trying to get around Guido. And Asante delivered.
Terzaghi takes it. Saved by Nuhu. He gets on top of it.
Over footstep. Pilato. Oh, what a strike.
Halftime here, 0-0 between Galaxy 2 and Tacoma Defiant. Both clubs buzzing around the penalty areas, but not yet testing the goalkeepers all that much. Second half surely will be just a bit different. Let's take a look at where everybody stands early on, early days in the USL in terms of the standings right now. Phoenix rising atop, no surprise there. Galaxy 2 staying right with them.
Yeah, just 3 points adrift to level with Sacramento Republic, who dealt the Galaxy that loss about a week and a half ago. And you see Orange County SC as well as Tacoma Defiance. Now Tacoma, of course, playing in their first game, making their debut. Oakland Roots still looking for their first points in USL Championship, and kind of a slow start for Landon Donovan and San Diego Loya, you'd have to say. -4, the goal differential, and Las Vegas Lights finding life very difficult in their first game as a partner of LAFC at the bottom here in the Pacific Division of the Western Conference.
Well, San Diego giving up a late goal against RGV last Thursday and succumbing on the road in very difficult conditions. I understand it was very warm at that match, and losing that one on the road as well. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule in the USL Championship, it's a busy one.
Yes, indeed, Sacramento and Las Vegas. Talk about two contrasting styles. That will be very interesting. And Thursday, Tacoma Defiance return home to the Pacific Northwest, and San Diego will be chomping at the bit, trying to get their first win. Charleston on Friday, along with they'll be taking on Charlotte, New York Red Bulls 2 against the Miami. That's the Miami FC, in case you're all wondering. Sporting KC2 gets the switchbacks in. Real Monarchs SLC at home to the LA Galaxy just outside of Salt Lake City. That's going to be a good one.
First road game of the campaign for Junior Gonzalez and his club. Let's talk a little bit about this first half for Galaxy 2 as they found their groove just a bit, probably towards the latter part of that first half, started getting things going. Can't really find Augustine Williams in the spaces they want yet. If he sees more time in the second half. One of the things I was talking to you about in the break was the fact I'd like to see him maybe check back and allow for Picasso to make that diagonal run between the center back and the fullback. That could be open to Galaxy 2 if they decide to play that way.
And they may go for a change, but they're trying to play that diagonal, and when that does that forces Augie Williams to play on that last shoulder of the defender and try and break in behind, looking for that diagonal, mostly coming from the foot of Jesus Vasquez, but they need to find a way to get Picasso back into this game. Since he's drifted out to that right-hand side, he's been virtually non-existent in this one, and Jorge Hernandez hasn't quite found that link-up ability. Look, it was better in zone 3 or in that attacking third when Hernandez started to find his way in. They went a little bit more direct, but Augie, we may see him drop back. What we saw a lot of out of Augie Williams in the 2020 campaign. He's capable of doing it, finding the game, playing it out to feet, and getting himself involved. So we may see a change in approach. It'll be interesting to see how they really adjust and approach things in the second half.
On the MLS side, a senior side, Galaxy victorious over LAFC yesterday in the El Tráfico, round 1. 2-1 was the final. That one as Greg Vanny's side goes to 3-1 on the season. A very good start at this point. They will be back in action May 15th, not March, May 15th against Austin FC. It's an early start right here at Dignity Health Sports Park, 12:30. Get your tickets at lagalaxy.com. Here, 0-0, LA Galaxy 2 and Tacoma Defiance. More of halftime, straight ahead.
This is our home, nuestra casa. We've been here since I was born. And this is my family. It's a big family. Some of them get a little crazy. We like to get together and celebrate. And whether we're up or we're down, we never stop singing.
Hey fans, don't forget to thank a nurse this week.
Nurses are indispensable members of our Los Angeles community.
Shout out to the real heroes.
From the LA Galaxy, Happy Nurses Week.
My job as a striker is to score goals. I just try to do my part and let the rest play out.
Good ball here for Augustine Williams. He scores! Plays at top of the box. Williams scores! Flag stays down. Williams scores! Augustine Williams scores! And Galaxy 2 get on the board.
Great strength from the 23-year-old. His work ethic is translating into quality and success.
This is our home, nuestra casa. We've been here since I was born. And this is my family. It's a big family. Some of them get a little crazy. We like to get together and celebrate. And whether we're up or we're down, we never stop singing.
0-0 in this one as halftime continue. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Again, I mentioned it. There's some half chances. There's been some buzzing around for both clubs. Let's pick it up here.
Yeah, indeed. And good runs from Lamb, and then it was Hernandez who was starting out wide on that right-hand side, well closed down by two defenders, trying to find some space and nutmegging the defender, and did really well to set it up, but not much in the end product. And Augie Williams really hasn't found this game. This was his best moment, drifting into space and creating some moments for himself, and then that movement down that side for Kranis, a slight scare, nearly steered it past his own goalkeeper. The free kick from Villanueva. This is really clever here, and the touch from Mueller, but it's a good recovery from the LA Galaxy goalkeeper. Some speculative balls fired into the box. Koreniuk and Augie Williams saying, you take it, I take it. In the end, Koreniuk, who really failed to establish himself in the first half. It'll be interesting to see how he will approach the second half, because that right-hand side of that Tacoma Defiance defense has been lockdown city.
I'd like to see a little more confidence in Koreniuk. He looks like he's second-guessing himself a bit. He just needs to be a little more confident out there, take advantage of things, turn his defenders around, and he'll be just fine.
Yeah, and what's interesting, too, it's been very narrow from Tacoma Defiance. They've gone with that three in the middle, and it's been narrow, and it's time and time again when they've had some joy, Azriel Gonzalez making those runs, but predictably cutting in and really making things comfortable for that Galaxy defense to recover. Kind of a similar situation, you'd have to say, on the other end in regards to Koreniuk. So some tweaks to be made. Perhaps we'll see if things get more expansive coming up in the final 45.
Certainly both managers making their adjustments here at the break. And when we come back, the second half is coming up next.
This is our home, nuestra casa. We've been here since I was born. And this is my family. It's a big family. Some of them get a little crazy. We like to get together and celebrate. And whether we're up or we're down, we never stop singing.
Hey fans, don't forget to thank a nurse this week.
Nurses are indispensable members of our Los Angeles community.
Shout out to the real heroes.
From the LA Galaxy, Happy Nurses Week.
My job as a striker is to score goals. I just try to do my part and let the rest play out.
Good ball here for Augustine Williams. He scores! Plays at top of the box. Williams scores! Flag stays down. Williams scores! Augustine Williams scores! And Galaxy 2 get on the board.
Great strength from the 23-year-old. His work ethic is translating into quality and success.
This is our home, nuestra casa. We've been here since I was born. And this is my family. It's a big family. Some of them get a little crazy. We like to get together and celebrate. And whether we're up or we're down, we never stop singing.
Players slowly making their way back onto the pitch here at Dignity Health Sports Park. Let's take a look at some of the scheduling here for, first off, Tacoma. This is their first game of the season. See what they have coming up in the not-too-distant future. We told you about San Diego, then it's Orange County, then back on the road at Austin Bold, Las Vegas, and at Phoenix. LA Galaxy 2, they just begin their road going the next time out.
Yep, away to Real Monarchs, always a tough place to play. We talked about it, 6 games in the month of May. 5 days later at home to Sporting KC2. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Oakland Roots are going to bring to the table. And then 2 games away from home at Orange County, always a tough place to play. And away to the Charleston Battery in North Carolina. That's a long road trip.
That is the big cross-country trip for Galaxy 2 this year, at least early on. Players now making their way out. Tacoma making their way out. I would imagine no changes there after 45 minutes. I think if you're Wade Weber, you're pleased. Played to 0 at halftime. You created some chances. You created some trouble for Galaxy 2 in the first 25 minutes for sure, before Galaxy 2 figured things out a little bit. So maybe a little more of the same. Maybe getting Villanueva to bomb up the wing as he did in the first maybe 5 to 10 minutes of the match and create a little havoc on that left side where it kind of subsided as the first half continued. But Alvarez, you mentioned it, the 16-year-old, he was pretty dangerous.
Well, they tried to make that change, and what they did to counteract that, LA Galaxy 2, bring Picasso in and eliminate that threat from Villanueva, who was making some inroads down that left-hand side, and that kind of saw everything snuffed out. So credit to the in-game adjustment as Hernandez came centrally now. I think it's been narrow for Tacoma Defiance. They need to change their approach. They need a little bit more width, and they need to be less predictable, quite frankly, here, because Marlon Vargas is starving for service right now. A player of that quality needs the service. He needs the creative impetus provided by the players around him. We'll see perhaps more width being employed, but if you're Wade Weber, you know he's not too unhappy because he was first out of the tunnel waiting for his team. Normally, if a manager's not happy, he's out there giving it to him in the locker room, but he's out here waiting, and he'll be pleased with the defensive shape, I think. I've been impressed with the way Mueller has performed as well as his partner, Sissoko. Look, they've looked uncertain at times, but hey, this is their debut. They haven't played football in quite a long time, but all in all, I'm pleased in the back. They want a little bit more enterprise and perhaps utilizing more of the field and the pitch here in this second half.
Oh, Galaxy 2 make their way onto the pitch. No substitutions to my viewing at the moment for Galaxy 2, although Tacoma might be making their first change.
Yeah, they may possibly tweak it, and they're going to bring on Kinsner here, a center back by trade. So it looks as though Mueller is subbed off. So no change in terms of the shape of the team, but Kinsner comes in. The 18-year-old, he's also a part of that under-16 setup, and another change as well.
Serrano onto the pitch. He'll go onto the right side. And it looks like Alvarez might be done. So he'll take over for Alvarez on that right side here to start the second half.
But as you were, for Junior Gonzalez and LA Galaxy.
Second half underway. Galaxy with the ball off the kickoff. It goes far side to Drac, looking to find Koreniak as it's played up the wing. Koreniak tried to play it through. Sissoko does well there, getting in front of that. And you'll have it now. Here's Serrano. Played back into midfield. Good job by Vasquez closing that one down. Williams tries to shake his defender and does. Decides to have a go from about 20. That is blocked. He'll collect that ball off the spin and back out it goes. Here's Drac. Gonzalez once again. Back to the stripe for Kranis. He's got Lamb over the near side being closed down. Able to play it forward. Picasso. And for Kranis, it's squared on over. Vasquez again. Yeah, defending high. Good job by Galaxy 2 at the moment. Able to get away with it.
Now they're letting them play, and then once they cross that halfway line, they close down the space.
Long ball to the right side. Picasso does well to catch up to it. Plays it off of Villanueva. Corner kick here for G2.
Smart ball to play, and actively seeking out Picasso, who is kind of absent from the attacking part of the game in the later stages of the first half. He's going to be instrumental. Player of his talents that have to be utilized.
Left-footed corner that'll bend in towards goal. Played to the top of the 6. It'll come down in front. The header to goal. Save by Cleveland. Vasquez got on the end of it. Could not get much momentum. It was a snap header, but right on the keeper.
Well, Tacoma living very dangerously. It's suspect marking back there. Good movement here from Aguirre to attack that near post and attack that ball. That service was on a rope from Jorge Hernandez, who more times than not is going to put in a good ball, but Tacoma a little bit lucky.
Kinsner. Some large center backs they have for Tacoma.
Some big boys back there.
Even Baker Whiting's not a small kid either. This ball ahead here for Vargas. He'll push forward. Vasquez to close him down along the end line. The attempted cross is blocked. Kept alive by Vargas. Actually, no. A handball will be called against Vasquez, who will pick up a yellow card. And I'm a bit surprised they didn't allow play to continue there.
Me too, Joe. I thought they would have played a little advantage.
Yeah, the yellow card could have come later.
And here's where Vasquez makes his decision. He leaves his feet and just impedes. But he has the advantage, but there's two defenders that close down, and that may have caused a reconsideration by the referee. But you don't want to see Vasquez dive in there. Once you leave your feet, you're helpless and exposed. And you know, you got to give credit to Obed Vargas, who made that run and really asked the questions of that Los Dos back four.
Good free kick opportunity here for Tacoma. Just outside that penalty box. And at the end line, two-man wall set up by Galaxy 2. Here's the cross. Sissoko right off the bar and out of play. Got the header in there, but could not find netting. Goal kick.
Well, that's where he excels, Abdoulaye Sissoko, and that's why he was capturing so much interest from the Seattle Sounders in Brian Schmetzer. He's a guy that takes penalty kicks as well. Pretty mobile and strong, and showed off his athletic ability to get to that service. And LA not exactly covering themselves in glory in terms of set-piece defending.
So come back, Vom Stieg. Here's Vasquez playing on a yellow card now, plays it long. Sissoko on the first ball. Koreniak. Kinsner able to clear it out. Another throw. Kirahara back to Sissoko. Switches out the left side, looking for Gonzalez. Brings it down well. Nice job defensively on the part of Owen Lamb. Midfield this time, Hernandez plays it up the wing. Picasso on the run. This looks good for Galaxy 2. He's looking into the penalty area. Plays it across the far side. Here's Koreniak. Heavy touch and cleared away. Kirahara able to close that one down.
It's just those moments of indecision from Kai Koreniak that have kind of allowed the defense to adjust and recover that fraction of a second.
You don't get an extra step. That's the issue right now.
The Galaxy doing a good job of stretching the field here on this right-hand side and utilizing Picasso.
Here's Hernandez. Aguirre will knock it back. Vasquez. For Kranis, able to find Lamb. Hernandez wants the foul here. Our referee will not call it. Now he does after the fact. And Galaxy 2 will get the free kick out of this.
Wanted to play advantage. They'll call it back. And once again.
Which is a bit odd to me, Christian, because if you're going to give advantage here, why would you not give Tacoma advantage moments ago inside the box?
Interesting decision. And also you could have called that second foul as well. And that shove is Villanueva to undercut Picasso. Now this is out of the range here of Jorge Hernandez. So nevertheless, they will call upon for Kranis and Vasquez from central defense.
Here's Hernandez. He's got Picasso to his right. Lobs it in towards the spot. Here is Augustine Williams, and it skips away from him and out of play. He was wide open. He just could not catch it, unfortunately. Goal kick.
Well, they let them off the hook, and Augie's got to get to this. The cardinal sin for any team. Don't let the ball bounce inside your own penalty area, let alone that close to the 6-yard box. It just skipped up high on Augie and kind of lost track of the flight of it, but surely the Galaxy, a couple of good dead ball opportunities early on in the second half, unable to capitalize.
Here's for Kranis now. He'll take up the space to the line. Now plays it up the right side. He'll find Picasso. I like this pass. Picasso into the area. It'll come back out to Hernandez. Tries to cut it back. He's pickpocketed and cleared. Tacoma will try to transition quickly. And taken off the ball. Nice job there as Gonzalez will lose possession. Lamb closed that one down. Good job there by Galaxy 2, I thought. As opposed to going station to station, they bypassed, got Picasso going, and almost put Tacoma in trouble.
He's starting to find the game, and it's translated into more positive play in the attacking third. That final ball still slightly elusive.
Here's for Kranis. Tries to find Picasso. Villanueva first on the ball. This should be a throw-in, and it is. Lamb. Into Augustine Williams. Back to Hernandez. Vasquez this time. He's got Drac. Decides to put on the brakes. Here's Aguirre. Galaxy getting stuck.
It's a little higher pressure right now from Tacoma.
A little quicker for Kranis. Draws a second defender. He's closed down. Here's the counter back the other way. And Gonzalez able to get back for Galaxy 2. In some trouble. He's brought down. That's a foul and a free kick.
But that's better from Tacoma, and they're trying to fight their way back into it, limiting the space, making it uncomfortable out of the back, where they've been largely content to absorb pressure, especially when the Galaxy are within their own half.
Here's Koreniak, able to turn it forward this time. Good move there by Kai. Taken off the ball by Sissoko, though.
Sissoko, no nonsense. Good coverage for his fullback, who was beaten for one of the first or few times today by Koreniak, who had a nice second touch.
But I will say you're playing into his strength when you run right at him. If you play the ball around him, in other words, get the ball off your foot in terms of passing, that could make things more difficult for him.
Just haven't been able to get around the edge, and that's a credit to Issa Rayan, playing at right fullback today for Tacoma Defiance. He's been very good in 1v1 situations by and large.
This will be a throw-in for Galaxy 2 on the road. Want to watch the match? We'll turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio. When you cannot watch it, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Meola, Rodney Marsh, and the brand new USL All Access featuring Mike Watson, Devin Kerr every Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. It's a good one for Hernandez here. Hernandez back in, looking for Augustine Williams. Sissoko able to clear it out for a throw-in.
I love what they're trying to do right now, and Picasso stretching that field, stretching that back four, opening up space for Williams to run into, and the supporting run that time from Jorge Hernandez. We're starting to find some gaps.
Here's Lamb. Back out to Fracranis. It's time Drac. Here's Koreniuk. Aguirre was making the run. He stopped. That's what I'm saying about second-guessing themselves. That run Aguirre was about to make, he should have continued out. He would have taken the defender with him, and there would have been two options there. Nonetheless, throw it.
Tacoma adjusting well, coming out of their shells slightly. You just sense perhaps some creeping frustration seeping into this Galaxy 11. No changes from Junior Gonzalez, who might be contemplating a switch and a favor return right back the other way.
Here's Lamb on the throw-in. Gonzalez closed quickly. Baker Whiting did well and now has possession. Out to the right side it'll go. Serrano tried to play it through for Vargas. Found too many white legs. Galaxy 2 have it once again. Long ball intended for Augustine Williams. Good idea, but off the mark.
Just needs a better quality ball if they're going to play it diagonally to him. It just hasn't been there so far.
Kinsner trying to switch this one right into Drac. Vasquez now. Gonzalez drops in the hole. We'll have it. Sprayed out the right side and over everyone's head and out of play for a throw-in.
So they're limiting space, and the Galaxy's passing game starting to crumble slightly under this pressure.
Here's Hernandez. Williams back out for Hernandez. This is better. Picasso's going to make the run onto this one. The early cross looking for Koreniuk, far side. The volley to goal, saved by Cleveland. And he'll pick up the rebound.
What was it you and I were talking about at the beginning of this second half? Augie Williams checking back into space, hold-up play, and facilitating and laying it up, springing Picasso, and then getting on his bike and making the run. Picasso picking out Koreniuk, who made the correct decision trying to hit it first time, but straight to the keeper, but a well-orchestrated move by LA Galaxy 2.
Here's Fracranis. Back it comes to Vasquez. Again, they'll need a little help. The center backs are getting stuck on the ball. Nice job on the part of Gonzalez, making himself available. Lamb now at the near side. Again, Fracranis. And next time that opportunity comes, though, Christian, I would hope that Picasso has the confidence to continue his run to the 6-yard box. This one will come over the top, and he'll collect at the byline, does well to keep it in play. On that cross, Kinsner is there and able to clear this out. Good job by Gonzalez closing it down.
Well, space is opening up underneath with Picasso making those runs and pulling it all the way back from the byline and stretching that defense.
Yeah, nice job on the part of Owen Lamb, forcing that throw in for the Galaxy.
I've been very impressed with the performance of Owen Lamb today. Hasn't put a foot wrong. He's won most of his 1v1s. He's made some great runs that we've seen and laid off a really good service, some good cross, a good cross in the first 45.
Here's Fracranis once again. Vasquez. Aguirre. He'll wheel it around the right side this time. Again for Fracranis. This time Hernandez showing again. Wheeled around to the far side now. This time Vasquez needs to go forward and break that line. Does play it ahead. Aguirre out the near side. Here's Picasso. He's got Lamb to his right. Back out one more time. Hernandez. Picasso will take it in towards center. And decide to go back instead. They show just a little more confidence. They'll realize that there are lanes available to them that they're just not seeing right now. Here's Aguirre. This is a good ball. Hernandez will run it down. Puts it back onto his left foot. Plays it back to the spot. The header on goal. Koreniuk, and it's saved by Cleveland. That is the best buildup they've had outside of that shot by Koreniuk in the first half.
I wish we had a pass counter there, because that was pinging around beautifully. A series of pinball. First, it's Hernandez. Some brilliant interplay with Aguirre and company, as well as Picasso, and it set up that point-blank range header. Look, it wasn't exactly the best of finishes, but the build-up play to be applauded.
Here's Aguirre. Back he goes to Vasquez. He has Drac on the left. Gonzalez can't find him either. Back to Vasquez. Now it's a bit too late, so they're going to have to recycle.
Possession has been all Los Angeles throughout much of this second half. And Tacoma, I know they've held their shape and they've pressed at times, made LA uncomfortable, but they've got to get a hold of the ball.
Here's Gonzalez. You'll find Lamb, Picasso, Hernandez. Now Picasso needs to make that run. Lamb does. Back in for Picasso. This is good. In for Williams. Not enough on that pass. I think it was actually intended for Aguirre. The Galaxy 2 have it again. Picasso does well to get into the middle of the park and win it back for the Galaxy. This time Hernandez.
So much of the positive moments and better parts of the attacking play when LA are on the front foot has been through Picasso, whether it's out wide on the right predominantly or drifting centrally. You see these little triangles developing between Lamb, Hernandez, and Picasso down this right-hand side where they've had so much joy.
They'll get a throw-in out of this ball to the far side. Tacoma's had good spacing defensively, and that's going to require a little bit more running off the ball. Here's Koreniuk trying to turn the corner. He'll take it towards the penalty area. He's brought down. That's going to be a foul and a free kick. Good restart attempt here for Galaxy 2.
Rode the challenge well, Koreniuk, and used his big, strong frame to sustain that challenge on that right-hand side. Did well to earn this free kick, and this has really put Tacoma in a tough situation.
In line with the wall. Let's go, guys. First on the ball, let's go.
Booking on the play.
We mark. Over here, you got. Go. That's here. Go there. Alex.
Ryan will pick up that yellow card.
Ryan, who did so well throughout most of the first half, beating that time. And this is a real good chance.
Another half step.
So you can flight this in the air, you can play it hard on the ground down low. Down low they go. It's the opportunity for Williams. I just kept on spinning away from him, unfortunately. Goal kick.
He couldn't wrap his right foot around it and slices right through it. Good decision from Hernandez to drive it right into the center of the 6-yard box. Just hope for that lucky touch. It was not to be.
Two more players coming on here for Tacoma in the not too distant future. Aguiano as well as Diaz. Not yet on the pitch, but those be the next subs. Ferkranis does well to win this one. Lamb is there to clean it up. Gonzalez this time. And they'll recycle once again. One of the things Galaxy 2 have been patient, and that's a good thing. However, on the recycle, it's got to be just a bit quicker in terms of their speed of play.
And they haven't played at that same tempo, Joe.
Yeah.
We saw, also this is credit to Tacoma. They've been comfortable without the ball and absorbing a lot of this.
Here's Koreniuk, good idea, but not good enough on the pass. And back it comes.
The pressure is coming up from LA, and there's signs that it's cracking from Tacoma.
Away.
Kranis does well to sniff this out.
Avoids the corner.
Stoppage in play for the substitutions.
So the changes, we'll see the number 88, Carlos Aguiano, the 21-year-old from Salem, Oregon. He plays at number 8 or a number 6, as well as Alec Diaz, and he's an out-and-out, more traditional number 9 than we saw the likes of Vargas. So Aguiano on, Obed Vargas off, and we'll see Alex Villanueva come on as Diaz will take his spot in the attack. Diaz, of course, known as a poacher. Just a little bit raw, rough around the edges. So he can get some goals, and it provides a different element now, more of a physical presence up top.
So you're saying Tacoma's going to go with 3 in the back?
We'll see it. There might be
up
a switch.
Against the one target.
It might be a switch of tactics.
Tight here, no foul. Good talk, good talk. No foul, no foul. Tight, tight.
Ball being played along the near side. Vargas tried to play it back in.
That's what it's going to be, Joe. And when Wade Weber and I discussed things this morning, he said, don't be surprised if we go 3 at the back, kind of mirroring what we see out of the Sounders this season.
Here's a shot from distance, and it'll go wide of the far post. Goal kick as Diaz just came onto the pitch, almost paid dividends.
That's a good way to announce yourself, and right off the bat, they look more dangerous. A venomous right foot from the 19-year-old from Puerto Rico.
Spit throw for Galaxy 2.
Diaz was their top. He was their top goal scorer last year, Joe. A season that didn't have a lot of goals. They finished last in their group.
And movement from Galaxy 2 bench. Davila, as well as Judd, about to come on. And I wonder if Junior Gonzalez will go with 2 forwards or decide to call it a day for Augustine Williams when Judd comes on. Find out.
I think it's a smart move on the other side from Wade Weber. They needed a change. Throw a different wrinkle and a different look at it right now because Tacoma had not asked any questions of the LA defense in the second half.
Good hustle on the part of Koreniak here. He'll cut it back onto his right foot, plays it towards the backside, looking for Williams. Second ball, can Picasso get to it? No, he cannot. One there by Gonzalez. Able to play it out for Kranis. He'll get the throw-in out of this, I believe. Lamb will take the throw, so it'll be Davila and Judd that'll be coming on in a minute or two. Here's Vasquez now for Galaxy 2, pushing up, trying to find Koreniak. Good idea into the channel. And Koreniak gets tangled up with his defender who is down. Ryan, I believe.
They just came together. It's an ugly collision. A correction on that shape. We've seen Kitahara drop into that left back role as Aguiano.
Okay.
More of a central midfield position. So not a change of shape, but here's a look at the coming together. 50-50 ball. Koreniak just flinging himself at it, but
here comes the trainer for Tacoma to take a look. He's still not moving there. Hope for the best on this one.
It looks to be perhaps, is it Baker Whiting who's down? And Tony Aguirre will come off, and this is like for like Taylor Davila, who started against Sacramento. Any chance to run on here. Preston Judd replacing Kai Koreniak. So looks to be a 2-striker setup, and we could see a 4-4-2 right now for LA Galaxy 2. Change of tactic and a change of approach from Junior Gonzalez.
You'd look at Gonzalez and Davila as the holders, Judd as the target, and allowing for Augustine Williams to float.
It was Issa Ryan.
Yep.
Who was down. Good first half from Ryan. So a different look here and some tweaks made.
Picked up a yellow card just prior to that injury. And the drop ball goes for Tacoma. Here's Kinsner now, as Ryan is allowed to return to the surface, which is good. 11 aside here, we continue. Ryan lobs this one forward. Diaz trying to run underneath it. Good job by Ferkranis, staying with him and out of play over the far side touch. This will be a throw-in.
And Marlon Vargas dropping a little bit deeper now with Diaz in for Defiance.
Foul and a free kick.
Well, it can drop into a 4 when they're off the ball for Tacoma. It looks as though Kitahara sliding into that number 6 role when they're in possession.
Here's Kitahara now on possession. He's got Gonzalez on the near side. Watched there by Lamb. Kitahara continue his run on that left side. Back out it goes. Vargas. This is dangerous. He'll get the return service. Side of the 6. Plays it across. It's loose and cleared away by Vasquez. Sissoko tries to keep it alive. Williams able to clear out the left side. Picasso tries to get forward. He is brought down. No fouls as the referee, and we continue. Williams will win it back for Galaxy 2. He's got Davila.
This is a dazzling run. Great individual skill and technique from Marlon Vargas to unhinge this LA Galaxy defensive unit.
Good ball here for Judd. He's off. Good idea, but offside.
Different look here. We'll see Judd play as the number 9, supported by Augie Williams. Judd getting his first professional goal on Wednesday evening on the stroke of full time against Las Vegas, and that will lift his confidence. It had been a frustrating outing for him against Sacramento. He's got some fight and some fire, though. A big, strong presence is that number 9 up top.
Diaz with a heavy touch. Nice job on the part of Gonzalez. He'll win it back for Galaxy 2. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Vom Stieg. Here's for Kranis. Able to play it ahead for Davila. Now Vasquez. Very methodical in the build out of the back for Galaxy 2. Davila. Watched there by Baker Whiting. Drac.
So straight up 4-4-2 for Tacoma here. And you see Vargas pairing with Diaz up top. Makes things space a little bit tighter for LA Galaxy, trying to work through that 4-man midfield where they had that man advantage.
It's got to be a yellow card. Here's Judd now playing it across. Blocked by Sissoko. Back out it goes. Looking for Davila. Cleared away. Here comes the yellow card. Has to be Kinsner.
Well, there's no doubt this is a yellow card. And he let it play, played the advantage. See what Judd could come up with.
Did he show the yellow?
I didn't see yellow.
It's a bit foul and a free kick.
Well, he reconsidered. My goodness. How that's not a yellow card is beyond me.
Free kick for Galaxy 2.
Big, huge break.
Was that after consoling with a near side via referee's assistant?
I am at a loss.
Aye. All right, free kick though. Good opportunity here for Galaxy 2. 74th minute. Here's Owen Lamb. For Kranis is at the spot, so is Judd. Augustine Williams around the top of the 18 having a discussion with the referee. And Sissoko. Here's Lamb. Knocked away with a header by Diaz. Gonzalez back out the right side. Lamb again. Trying to turn the corner here on Vargas. Does a good job of getting away from him, but not this time. No foul. Here's Tacoma now, able to build out at midfield. Played into space too much on that ball. Another sub being readied here for Tacoma. Mendoza would be the next one.
Yeah, trying to go around the right-hand side of the Galaxy defense, but just the wrong pass pick that time from Marlon Vargas. I thought the referee would be well within his rights. His Lamb was brought to ground under the challenge on the left-hand side here, so another switch coming up. Now, as we'll see Mendoza come on. Randy Mendoza more comfortable in a fullback role.
Ryan is done. He'll go off the far side.
So he'll probably slot in here at right fullback as they continue with 4 at the back when they are out of possession. It's some friends and family you can hear in the background, supporters of Randy Mendoza.
No foul.
They'll work the right side now. Here's Serrano with the cross, headed out of play by Vasquez. Corner kick. 75th minute, exactly.
It's been fascinating in terms of a tactical matchup. Both managers equaling each other. Wade Weber pulling the trigger first, bringing on Diaz, but a good response here from Junior Gonzalez.
Here's the corner kick played in towards the backside of the 6. The attempted scissor will be cleared away. Another opportunity here towards the spot. Good job by Vasquez, clears it out. Picasso, he'll find Judd. He'll run this one down. He's got Lamb with the supporting run behind him. Good ball ahead for Williams. Oh, took it back, unfortunately, and not able to play it forward. However, now's another chance for Williams. This is a foul outside the box. Can it be a yellow card after all? As Hernandez is dragged down. Now Vasquez in with Sissoko.
Hernandez really took one and absorbed the brunt of that tackle. Good ball. What a ball that was from Preston Judd on his right-hand side. We haven't seen that from him in the first few games, but really showed some good ability to link up with Augie Williams here. Initiated later on. It was that crunching tackle.
The player that just came on, Mendoza, I believe, is the one that got him. Sissoko was late on the play, but I think the crunching tackle came from the side, and it would have been Mendoza.
Well, nevertheless, this is advantageous. And just inside the arc on the free kick. And could set up for Hernandez should he be able to recover from that challenge. So it's going to be Anguiano, who is the man booked.
So Anguiano picks up the yellow.
He's put his team in a little bit of bother. I have to say.
This will be about 19, maybe 20 yards away from goal.
This could go either way, left or right. Hernandez, you know, he's going to want to take it each and every time, especially after the success he tasted 5 nights ago on this very same field. This could be a defining moment because he's shown he's been able to get it up over that wall and down under the bar.
This one's closer than the other one. Last game on Wednesday night.
And the other one was perfect. Just a little close.
Picasso is there as well. Referee gives the go-ahead. Here's Hernandez. Great save, scored! Off the post and in. Jorge Hernandez puts Galaxy 2 on top. 1-0 in the 78th minute.
Sir Jorge with a moment of masterclass. Just guides it in superbly with that left foot, that cultured left foot. A costly error committed by Mendoza. He will not strike a free kick any better than this. The goalkeeper lines up his wall. He just gets it up and over. The keeper gets a hand to it, but in the end, too much power. The perfect blend of finesse, technique, and raw power. Another golazo masterclass effort from Jorge Hernandez with his 2nd goal of the season.
And Cleveland can't believe it because he got that right hand on it. And unfortunately looks back and he finds the ball in the back of his net. 1-0 in favor of Galaxy 2 here.
And it all came from that challenge from Mendoza, which opened the door. And, you know, it's the cardinal sin. Don't commit those type of fouls around your penalty area. LA Galaxy 2 able to cash in.
Here's Mendoza on the throw-in. Baker Whiting. Sissoko. Good job here by Picasso. Just force him. Force him to play it hard and make decisions. He'll get the foul this time and a free kick.
I like the feet of Sissoko. Good technical skill for such a big man, the French center half.
Good job by keeping it in play here on the near side. Lamb, can he close it down? He can, but the foul is going to be called against him, and he's going to pick up a card here, I believe.
Yeah, first time we've seen him beat for pace, and he had to lunge in and dive in because it was Gonzalez who was goal side. just drop that shoulder and beat him on the sprint.
Fight for this. 2, 2.
Good free kick opportunity for Tacoma.
Yeah, come forward a little. Yeah. Right here. Hey, even with the wall,
This could be a way back into this game.
I remember Sissoko with that header that went off the top of the crossbar earlier, right?
And here's that run. And Lamb just diving in, caught out of position.
Here's the cross down low in front, and Vormsteeg does well in traffic to get in front of it and smother the rebound.
And credit Vormsteeg, he really had to maintain his concentration. That run from Sissoko had blinded him. Great initial quick reactions from the LA Galaxy 2 keeper.
Nice outlet ball here for Judd. Does well to hold up. Good job there. Back it comes to Lamb.
And Joe, we talked about that free kick and how brilliant it was from Roy Hernandez, but let's not forget it all stemmed from that brilliant ball played across from the likes of Preston Judd.
Here's Williams. Lamb, and onto the near side it comes Hernandez, and out of play for a throw-in. Looks like Nava will be called upon in a moment. Junior Gonzalez calling him back for an out.
8 minutes, plenty of time for Defiance to claw one back. They've shown they can be dangerous, but not enough threat in the second half, even with Diaz on.
Here's Mendoza on the throw-in. Knocked forward by Lamb. Williams will be called for the foul here. Anguiano is the player that was brought down. Now Mendoza. Kinsner. Forced to try to switch the point of the attack to the far side. Drac did just enough to allow that ball to go out of play. Good job on his part in the distraction and a throw-in.
And correction on my part, that was the Anguiano who came in on that challenge and presented that free kick.
Here's Gonzalez. Again for Kranis. Chipping ahead. Judd trying to flick it on. That's broken up by Kinsner. Anguiano able to settle back. Kitahara out the right side now. Good interception here on the part of Hernandez. He'll take it down the right side, being chased down. Has some support from Lamb. Hernandez still on possession. Back out to Lamb now. Davila. Cleared away. Diaz, nice job by Kranis. Stepped into the tackle, won it back, able to play it out the left side. Picasso. Drac is calling for it as he'll run into the area, attempted the cross. Defensively done well there in the part of Tacoma. That was Serrano getting back that time.
Another great run that time, as we saw from Drac on that inside channel. And how about the play of Kranis? Hey, he's turning 18 tomorrow. We forget how young this kid is. He wins it
Happy birthday.
He puts it right on a dime. Switching the point of attack, and we'll see another switch from LA Galaxy 2, and that will bring on Seb Nava, and will play a peripheral role, and that will mean the end of the day for Augie Williams.
And that will be also the end of the day for the 4-4-2 formation at this point of the match. Judd will be there by himself.
Yeah, dropping into a 5-4-5-1 with Judd at the top.
Here's Tacoma trying to get it out of their own half. Remember, they had a lot of possession in the Galaxy half in the first half. And Junior Gonzalez, as he's done throughout his tenure here as the manager of Galaxy 2, making the adjustments at halftime as necessary. The second half is a little bit different. Drac is fortunate. I thought he was fortunate. Foul called against him.
Right in front of the AR as well on that far side. It's a common theme, not just here at the LA Galaxy 2 level. The in-game adjustments that I've seen, not just from Junior Gonzalez, but Greg Vanny, have been very much positive, mostly coming off to very good effect. We saw it, as early as the first game for LA Galaxy against Inter Miami, bringing on, of course, Carlos Harvey in that game, as well as a former LA Galaxy 2 player, Ethan Zubak, who's flourishing with the senior team.
A lot of hard work there from Ethan.
It's a great success story and testament to the players that come out of this league.
Here's the cross off the restart, knocked away. Looking for the clearance here towards midfield. Nice job by Picasso. Ushering it back towards the goalkeeper. Cleveland will boot it forward back into the Galaxy defense. Vasquez lets it bounce. Out comes Von Steeg, and he'll collect it. Hey, follow the LA Galaxy, the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Join the more than 12 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Hernandez. You'll find Picasso on the left side. Watch there by Kitahara. A couple of step overs. He'll take it towards the 6. Sissoko to close it down, and a corner kick. Good work there by Picasso.
Sweet feet from this kid. Has such a high ceiling. Immensely confident. And when he's on the ball, good things more than not are happening. And he just turned 19 years of age. He's one of those kids that, has dual nationality. He's played a part with the USA under 18 setup with 2 caps.
Anything low, you attack him, you get it out. Same thing with you. Great, go. Set.
Short corner taken here by Galaxy 2. No surprise. It'll be deflected and comes back to the goalkeeper. Picked up here by Cleveland. Out the near side it'll go. Mendoza. Back to Kinsner. Sissoko. Here's the turnover. Good job by Galaxy 2. Ahead it goes the Judd. Davila out the right side now. Here's Nava. 88th minute. Again Davila. Left side it'll go. Hernandez. Thinking about the cross? No, back out. This is good, mature play now by Galaxy 2. Looking to kill off this match, leading 1-0 for Kranis. Drac.
And this is part of the mentality that you and I were discussing at the beginning of the game. Can they take that next step to that mature level and maintain that professional outlook to establish consistency and closing in on a clean sheet? It's all about match management at this point.
Judd offside. As much as, I should say, as little as 3 minutes of added time coming. And Nava able to break this one up for now. Mendoza. Here's Serrano. And that's a foul. It's a tough call there. That's a harsh call, I believe.
Well, no, right in front of the LA Galaxy 2 bench as well.
Another foul here against Galaxy 2, Hernandez this time. The United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Long ball over the top. And again, a good job of Von Steeg collecting this ball and going to ground. In the meantime, for Kranis goes down as he cramps up. Holding on to that right calf. He'll try to stretch it out.
Now, you've seen that partnership throughout the first 3 games for Kranis alongside the established veteran Jesus Vasquez. It's a good combination. I love what they've gotten, the experience and the leadership from Vasquez. And it was not the most impressive display from Kranis against Sacramento, but boy, did he recover really well as that match wore on. I thought they were lights out against Las Vegas, getting that first clean sheet as a tandem, and a bit impressive here. Really haven't given up much against this Tacoma team that really hasn't offered up enough in the attacking third. Haven't asked the questions too many times of this LA Galaxy back four.
They were better on the wings in the first half. Alvarez was difficult to deal with. He came off at halftime, if you remember. And In the middle, they were not quite as good in terms of a target forward. Ball goes left side now. Here's Picasso. Watched by one defender. He'll take it into the far corner here. Try to burn some clock as much as possible. It's going to be possession to Tacoma. 4 minutes of added time is shown by our fourth official. Plenty of time left in this match. Good job here by Hernandez. He'll take it in towards goal. Put it back on his left foot. Still has it along the end line.
No, he's the player
nice
you want
job.
with the ball at your feet.
Probably earned a foul there too, but the play continued.
Such good technique. He's got a good low center of gravity. Doesn't give it away too often.
That's what they say about us short guys. We have a good low center of gravity as Judd gets on the end of that one.
Well, it's worked out for a few in the past. You think of one certain number 10 in Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
That's profited from it amongst many, many others.
Well, another countryman of his did it about 20 years earlier, if not, well, 30 years earlier, I would say.
Well, now we're just dating ourselves.
Wow.
But we are soccer dinosaurs, right?
He who had the hand of God.
Oh, that guy.
That guy.
I remember him.
Kinsner, and it's a foul against Sissoko and a free kick.
Even bringing Kun Aguero into the conversation as well. You can do this all day.
Yeah. 2 more minutes, though. We'll come up with a couple more names.
It's interesting. In that vein, we saw Marlon Vargas start as that false 9 up top today for Tacoma, but didn't really bear much fruit.
This will be a throw-in. Galaxy 2 will slow it down a bit in terms of getting that throw-in going.
Some good shape, though, about Tacoma defensively. They're organized. They can withstand heavy spells of possession. They look comfortable off the ball, I thought.
Well, again, this is their opening match of the season. Here's Nava now. Out the far side it'll go. Drac gets the return service. One-time cross into the 6. Nice job there on the part of Josh Drac. That was good movement on his part and a good hard cross low.
This is the 93rd minute, and Drac is shifting it into high gear, sprinting with full effect to that byline, and what a move. A change of pace right on the doorstep. Anybody makes that run, it's a tap-in, and it's 2-0.
Here's Judd now. Inside 30 yards from goal, switching over to the right side. Good weighted pass. Nava. Watched by one defender here and guided off the ball.
And that's kind of the next step in this. As an attacker, this is what we see out of Chicharito at the senior team. He anticipates that run. He is waiting. He knows that ball is going to be there before it is even fired in. And that's just those little changes that this team is looking to make and progress to that next level.
Here's Serrano. Well, that's about 4 or 5 levels when you talk about Chicharito.
Fair,
right?
fair point, my friend. Fair point. And especially the way he's playing right now.
Sure.
You know, so much has been made of both his immense comeback this year and also the poor form he went through in 2020. But the character he's shown, whatever you think of him, you have to applaud it. He's been magnificent.
Here's Mendoza. Nice job by Davila. Can he save the corner? He can't. Good opportunity here in the waning moments of this one for Tacoma to try to get something out of this.
This is a golden ticket. And they brought up the big bodies. Sissoko in the mix, Kinsner as well, keeper all the way forward. This is it, last chance saloon.
Here's the corner kick, it comes on through. Was that off a hand? Penalty off the hand of Judd. And a penalty kick called against Galaxy 2 here, and the opportunity for Tacoma to at least get a draw out of this.
This is a sucker punch to the gut, and I'm not sure how much Judd knew about this because it took a deflection on the way in. The referee hesitated for just a moment before he blew that whistle, and it looked as though it did make contact with the ball, obviously, but the question is, did he make himself bigger in that process? And as we had a chance to take a look at it on replay.
Hand was away from the body. This is an easy call.
Yep, it is. He did make himself bigger, no question about it. And the referee spot on, gets it right. Can't argue with that call. And I talked about this kid, Sissoko will step up. This is something that's, you know, not an aberration or out of the norm. He takes these penalties, and he is very good.
On his right foot, Vom Steeg will have to have at least part of his body over the goal line at the time of the kick. Heel anything.
Yeah, at least 1 foot.
Yep.
But the first time the Galaxy have encountered a penalty situation this season, and a huge test for Vom Steeg.
Sissoko standing over it here. He'll take a few steps back. Here's Vom Steeg on his goal line. Sissoko, slow to get to it, fires away, and he scores!
What a confident hit from Abdoulaye Sissoko. Roofs it with power. He had everything in it. What a coup this is, Joe, for Tacoma Defiance. Another look, he just sends it to that top corner. You talk about confidence. He exudes it. Well taken. And LA will be ruining that defensive mistake.
Talk about a goal coming right at the death. Our referee points to midfield. This game has come to an end, and the teams will share the points. Galaxy 2 and Tacoma Defiance tied at a goal apiece. We'll come back to wrap it up right after these.
It's our home, nuestra casa. We've been here since I was born. And this is my family. It's a big family. Some of them get a little crazy. We like to get together and celebrate. And whether we're up or we're down, we never stop singing.
Hey fans, don't forget to thank a nurse this week.
Nurses are indispensable members of our Los Angeles community.
Shout out to the real heroes.
From the LA Galaxy, Happy Nurses Week.
My job as a striker is to score goals. I just try to do my part and let the rest play out.
Good ball here for Augustine Williams. He scores! Plays at top of the box. Williams scores! Flag stays down. Williams scores! Augustine Williams scores! And Galaxy 2 get on the board.
Great strength from the 23-year-old. His work ethic is translating into quality and success.
This is our home, nuestra casa. We've been here since I was born. And this is my family. It's a big family. Some of them get a little crazy. We like to get together and celebrate. And whether we're up or we're down, we never stop singing.
Gut punch for Galaxy 2. They thought they were going to take all 3 points on this evening. They have to settle for 1 as a late penalty kick. In fact, right at the death, brings the score to 1-1 the final. The Galaxy 2 and Tacoma Defiance.
The most bitter of pills to swallow. In my honest estimation, Los Angeles Galaxy 2 should have taken maximum points in this one. They were the better team on the balance of 90 minutes. We look at the goals that came, of course, on the 79th. A stroke of brilliance from Hernandez. The handball, though, in stoppage time from Judd. And Abdoulaye Sissoko. I've never seen a center half roof one like that with such confidence. Well taken. Share the points.
They have to share the points on this one. 1-1 is the final. For Christian Miles, Joe Tutino saying so long from Dignity Health Sports Park, where it's Galaxy 2 and Tacoma Defiance going 1-1 over 90 minutes. Once again, a reminder, everybody, please be kind to each other. Have a good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.